Living in Iowa City, I began to think about what spot I could give a video tour of. I thought the old Capitol could be interesting, maybe even a tour of the historic Kinnick Stadium, or an inside look at the new University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics Children's Hospital. I considered these, however, quickly came to the conclusion that they were all on the radar. My off-the-radar spot will be the railroad that runs right through Iowa City. I find this railroad interesting because I have never seen a train on it. I did not think it was an active railroad, but after further research, I found out otherwise. The CRANDIC Railway is an acronym that stands for Cedar Rapids in Iowa City. The CRANDIC Railway is a small freight railroad service that runs from Cedar Rapids to Iowa City. In the summer of 1903, construction began building what was then known as the Interurban Railway. About a year later, the railroad began to take on freight and passenger trains from Cedar Rapids to Iowa City and vice versa. In 1929, CRANDIC began an intercity bus company, but only 4 years later they sold their bus company to Naven Bus Line. In 1953, CRANDIC stopped their passenger service and focused solely on freight. The CRANDIC Railway has been one of the top-notch freight railways ever since. In 2005, CRANDIC was awarded the Short Line Railroad of the Year by Railway Age magazine. In the early stages of the Cedar Rapids and Iowa City Railway, the railway ran from 5 a.m. to midnight and had hourly train departures. Many different types of people took the CRANDIC Railway. For instance, children often took the train from Cedar Rapids to Iowa City to get to high school every day. The train was called the Hot Shot. The kids who missed the Hot Shot had to take the next train called the Milk Can Special. The Milk Can Special carried about 300 gallons of milk on the average day. The CRANDIC Railway proved to be a popular form of transportation for Iowans to get to Iowa City. Whether Iowans were going to the Iowa Hawkeye football game, the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, or even the Iowa Dairy Show, the CRANDIC Railway was the way to get there. During World War II, CRANDIC saw a steady increase in passengers. CRANDIC reached their highest amount of passengers in 1945, when 10 cents could take a passenger from Coralville to Iowa City. The years following 1945 were not as nice to CRANDIC, as they saw a steady decrease in passengers, but a proportionately equal increase in freight revenue. In 1953, just 8 years after they peaked, CRANDIC saw their last passenger train run, which ended the interurban era. Since 1953, CRANDIC has begun to grow as a freight service. CRANDIC now operates 60 miles of mainline track and 40 miles of industry track. CRANDIC averages just over 90,000 carloads per year, and because of this, they have been nationally recognized as a top-notch short-line railroad company.